Hi guys, it's me again, Charmaine, and my lovely sister
Hi.
Kylie. Today we just want to talk. I just want to talk to you about carers in the work industry, and what they do basically for people like myself or people that are older. People with many different ailments, many different things over the border of spectrum of borders, whatever it is. Anyway, my sister's been in the industry now for
12 years.
yeah, and I just want to get her point of view and what's been going on and what happens in the care home, and you guys out there. So I'm going to be asking my sister, so it's a Q&A, at my sister some questions, and she will answer them. Okay, so my first question was, would you say you're a good carer?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Why would you say you're a good carer?
Because I'm very passionate
Yeah.
in what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I love what I do, and I know at the end of every shift I do, I go home knowing that I've given
Yeah.
a hell of a lot to whether that one resident or the entire residence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good. Because obviously, I suppose they're the residents. Okay, let me just ask, what kind of residents are we talking about? Because there's, like we said, a wide spectrum
Yeah.
of who you know, carers, who they deal with. So who do you, your specific? Yeah.
Elderly.
Okay.
That have got the start of dementia, or have really seriously got dementia.
Okay. Okay.
On the nursing side, then we do have certain residents that are in bed,
Yeah.
so they need. I wouldn't say more attention. I don't want to put it out like that,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
they need help with their feeding.
Okay.
Then, yes. So,
Yeah. Okay. So like the elderly, like where they're just of age and they've come of age and they just need that
Yes,
support and stuff.
it is nursing and residential. So we do
Right.
have on the residential side, we do have some that we would just assist with
Okay.
washing and dressing,
Right.
care,
Mhm.
encouragement of feeding.
Yeah.
Just doing activities that could be down to
Okay.
helping fold the laundry.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Helping make their own cereal.
Yeah.
Just
Mm.
yeah, just making sure it's as
General
normal
health.
as possible
Yeah,
for them,
for them.
basically. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, uh, care homes, the specifics. What is the specifics in care homes? Like how many how many residents have you got in your care
Yeah,
home?
so it's a 42 bed
Okay.
nursing residential home.
Okay.
And yes, we have all 42
Right.
filled.
Filled up.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So like how many would go to, say, like yourself, how many would you be looking after in your shift or your.
Well, like I said, I'll speak for my nursing home,
Yeah.
which is over 3 floors.
Okay. Wow.
So on shift we will have 10 staff in the morning and
Okay.
2 nurses.
Okay.
And that's for the afternoon it's more like 6 staff,
Okay.
2 nurses. We would always have a manager in the building anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, on the explain about the 3 floors.
Yeah.
There's always like on the ground floor then is like 4 staff,
Right.
and then so forth, like two
Wow.
and two. Yeah. So
Okay.
and then you have a floater that will float throughout the whole house.
Okay. So is that like for help if need be for somebody assist in?
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which is
That's
really good. And then
really
we
good.
have our cleaners,
Okay.
domiciliary care. Yeah, we have them, and they're really good as well.
Yeah.
Whether that's just helping us, we can answer, can you just mind feeding
Okay.
this resident, and
Yeah.
they will. Yeah, so
Even
there's
though
always
they're a
bodies
cleaner,
out.
they do.
Yeah, they
Oh,
help
okay.
out massively.
That's really good.
Like I said, I'm just speaking for my care home.
Yeah. Yeah. But that would be the main thing for care homes to have, like, other people that can assist
Of
you know,
course,
the
yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
obviously so many to each floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Very interesting. So I suppose we've talked about the staff really, expected of them. You know, what do you think really, like the one thing you would say that needs to be expected of staff, like, you know, your colleagues, like your client, yeah, your colleagues,
Residents.
yeah, no,
Oh, sorry.
of your work, you know, your work staff, like your colleagues. Then what
it's in-
would be expected of you, like, you know,
I say it all the time, and I have
Yeah.
for years. I think working as part of a team is
Okay,
so
yeah.
important
I would
in
agree with that.
you know, this job role. Communication, you know, it all stems off good
Yeah.
teamwork. When you've got a good team
Yeah.
and the communication is there, your shifts
And
run smoothly.
would you say that you would have to have like a certain element of loving the job, like you said?
Oh, of course,
you
yes,
have
yes.
to
I've
do
always
something.
said, as you know, Charlotte, that your heart has got to be
Yeah.
in it to
Because
do
I
it.
couldn't personally,
It's-
people. I mean, I know I may be, you know, thing, but I'm not being judgmental or anything like that, because I need a carer, you know. But if it was the other way round, I think I would just be too emotionally attached, and I suppose you just have to have that type of
don't get me wrong,
skin,
you
hard
know,
skin, they say, or
yeah, hard skin, yeah. You can't say you do, there is not one
Yeah.
carer right there that
Yeah.
would say I don't get attached.
right,
You do,
yeah,
and I think that's just human, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you do. I wouldn't say them. I don't ever
Mm.
say I've got favourites. I don't
Mm.
say that.
mm.
But yeah,
yeah,
there is that.
yeah,
I think, oh, you know, another 10 minutes
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, that just goes back to me saying like your heart has to be in it. It's not one of them like, oh, I'm looking for a part-time job. I'll just go into care, because there are care is always there, isn't it? It's always
Yeah.
needed, and
yeah.
there are homes that are crying for more care staff, but don't go into it just because it's a job or it's good
that's what
pay,
I was
or
gonna
I'll do it for
say.
6 months. Like you're making a massive difference
Right, yeah,
to people's lives here.
yeah.
So
Okay,
just, yeah.
okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree
Yeah.
totally. I mean, we're just obviously, some people are made for the job, some people
Yes,
just
yeah.
ain't, obviously. Hence why you've done it for 12 years. Okay, so right. The other questions was, what's the worst thing you've ever heard or seen that has happened in, not your care home obviously, but
Right.
in care homes generally? Because there's a thing, you know, you can have the brilliant care homes, and then you can have the worst of worst. And we all know that some carers that are taken on aren't, I suppose that goes back to your heart has to be in it.
Yeah.
But we have seen people, and I know you people have seen out there on TV and on here, you know, on YouTube, how disgusting some carers can be to the elderly. So have you ever witnessed, or have you ever seen or heard
Yeah, I mean,
in your 12 years?
yeah, my 12 long years.
Yeah.
I'm only 30.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, I have seen one example I'll give then
Yeah.
is, I think, you know, I'm not saying I'm guilty of it, because
Yeah.
I have done this, but
Right.
I'm one that can kind of compose myself before I step through
Yeah.
that front door and go, right,
Yeah.
I'm now in work mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now in work.
Excuse me, people, we have a technical problem. That's it. We got a technical problem all day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, I
Yeah.
can kind of. So what I'm basically trying to say is, if me and my I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I can be all angry in the car or whatever on the way to work, but I
Okay.
can get to work and go, right, I'm now at work. I know
Yeah.
what I need to do.
Yeah.
So sorry, getting distracted there.
technical problem again, people. I'm so sorry about this. This is my first Q&A, and I'm so sorry. But yeah, okay. We had a bit of a, yeah.
Yeah, so as I was saying, what I have witnessed,
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
your question
yeah,
then, got
yeah.
swerving off of there.
Yeah.
A member of staff, not necessarily that he, she meant it,
Right.
just like, it's just the way you work, like it's, what's they call
Speak
it?
to the communication.
Yeah, the communication of
Yeah.
it, like asking this resident then
Mm.
saying to brush their teeth
Yeah.
or whatever. It's just the kind of the way the tone comes across.
Right,
And
yeah,
you've got to
yeah.
remember that these residents they are very vulnerable. They're there for a reason. They're all there for a reason. All of my residents. So I just think it's like just stepping back and realizing like whether you've had a bad morning or something's happened a couple of days ago that's playing on your mind, like it's knowing that work is work, home is home, and
Yeah.
separating the two.
Yeah, definitely, people. That is true.
But yeah,
100%.
where I work is a lovely home. So yeah,
That's good. That's good.
She's there, yeah.
Okay, so I suppose that just leaves me to say, would, like, out there, you know, do you think, like, moving forward, obviously, you know, care homes are moving forward now, and things are different to the way they were 12 years ago, would you say? Like, the way they do things in the care home, do you think it's better, or do you think it's made things a lot worse?
No, I'd say when I first started out in care then, obviously it's new, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I did, but as these 12 years have gone by, I've learned, you know, well, that shouldn't have been done that way, or we shouldn't have been using that equipment to do that type of thing. But like I said, where I work now, we have lights, well, all the equipment is up to date. That may be when I first started out in care, like hoist and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, like when I look back at it now, like what hoist then say we used to use, you think, gosh, like the equipment's changed for the better.
For the better.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, again, that just goes back to the home I'm working in.
Yeah.
So another carer might be even watching this video and going, wow,
Yeah.
like a care home, that's like really, really crap, and where you've got short staff and this, that, and the other. But yeah, you know, my home is lovely.
That's good.
And I do say my home because I look at it, as you know, the way it's...
She does like her job.
Yeah, it's like my second home.
Yes.
But yeah.
So that's good, because obviously back then you didn't have CRB checks or anything, I suppose, and now like they're stamping down.
Yeah, they are more on it.
So
talking to DPS and CBRs, I've just gone through, so once a year.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah, once a year, because I could have committed a crime 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
nobody wouldn't have known. So
exactly. So it's once a year.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. You know, because like we said, like, you know, I don't know if I said before, like our nan has got dementia, so she's in one home, and we just, it's nice to know, like for like the rest of the family, like myself and, you know, others, you know, what kind of care they're getting, and if somebody and you know, you feel like that, you know, and you see something and you think, is that really meant to be that way, or is that, you know, and it's nice to know that you've got, like I've got my sister that I can go, oh, you know, sis, is this, are they doing it right? Like, you know, and we, you know, our nan does get taken care of. So, or there has been times where we've had to question some things out.
Yeah.
So that's why it's nice that my sister and also my mum, you know, which I will be questioning, doing a Q&A with her too, soon. But yeah, okay. So well, I hope you like this video, and I hope it's given you, you know, some idea of what care homes do, and you know how carers are meant to behave and have that insight of separating home life to work life in that industry separate, okay, for good care basically. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and we will say bye. I don't know how to stop the video. I don't know how to stop the video. How do you stop the video? Okay.